Today on the Auburn Torch, we've got quotes from new Auburn track and field head coach Ken Harnden. Auburn women's tennis has signed a new player. We'll take a look at both of those things. But first, everyone's talking about U.S. soccer, so let's talk about soccer. Defense wins championships, Paul. Defense wins championships, and it is as true today as it was when those philosophers said it then. Look at this if you're watching. Look at this. Indulge me. Everyone wants to talk about soccer, and so do I. So let's talk about soccer for a minute. We do have a little bit of Auburn news. We can get to some quotes we can read. But look, man, everyone wants to talk about this game. I mean, look at this. Look at this. What are we doing back here? I'm looking at the algorithm sofa score ratings of all of the U.S.'s players, and you've got Matt Freese in the back in the red, 5.9. You've got Ream, 5.4, 38-year-old back there, hobbling around. Speaking of hobbling, you got Pulisic, who spent 15 minutes limping around. You got Richards, a kid from Hoover. What are we doing? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't follow international soccer closely, and I don't follow the men's national team friendlies, and I'll be the first to admit that. But I don't think this team was ever any good. I'm not gonna lie. And I think it's defense, man. I think it's defense. It is defense. Look, I hate to be like, I can't. You'll see a million takes today, right? 1,000,001 about how the U.S. will never be good, and the U.S. doesn't have a system where it trains players, and players aren't assets, and that they're not assets that teams invest in. Instead, your mommy and daddy invest in you, and then you get your pro contract, right? Over there, the team invests in you. A local club invests in you and sells you, right? We don't have that system. We're never going to have that system. But look, what you can do, go look at that for Friday Night Lights, now streaming on Paramount Plus. Look at that. Let's watch that. Football. Let's watch that instead. What you can do is, there's no excuse. I know people there was a great column on Twitter. The worst thing about it was that the guy posted it on Twitter, but it was, we're not effing around anymore. And he was bemoaning, it was what it was called. Pablo retweeted it. And he was bemoaning, it was a great column, but he was bemoaning the days when the U.S. would celebrate, the gritty 1-0 loss, right? I think we all agree you'd trade last night for a gritty 0-1 loss, right? Like, I think this cycle, I think these guys and this coach, bro, like I know everyone loves him, but I think they took defense for granted. And it's like, because we can't change American culture. We can't put soccer in all the songs. We can't make soccer cool automatically. That's a cultural thing. But what you can do, surely, with this population, is produce really good goalies. We get to use our hands. There's no excuse for an American to not be good not have a good American goalie. Produce good goalies. Tim Howard and the rest. Everyone before up to now is pretty good, right? And then play good defense, bro. Like, we will never have. I put this on Twitter. Like, we will never have that. I say we. I mean, whatever. We I would not expect Americans to have the sizzle and the shake and the crossovers and the stuff, that the improvisation, we have that in basketball. We don't have that on soccer that the Brazilians have and the Argentinians, right? Like up here in the forwards. I get that. We're never going to have this. See, their guy over here is an 8.5, right, in the match. We're never going to have that. But this guy should be an 8.5. There's no, look, I can concede if our forwards aren't that good and our midfielders aren't that good. But the goalie should be good, and there's no reason why you can't find 4 tough defenders who study film, know where the ball is going, and get in front of it, bro. Like that's American. We possess those qualities, right? What are we doing? Play like everyone and like people were bemoaning like, oh, Landon Donovan and Tim Howard, and they would lose these games 0-1. Everyone would applaud, and it's like, bro, let's go back. Take me back. Let's go back, because the only way you're ever gonna win, because I mean this was it, right? This was a tremendous opportunity lost. It was home soil. Like you're never gonna get a better chance in our lifetimes. And the only way to actually get to the Elite Eight, and God forbid, the only way to win in the Elite Eight, is a 1-0-0-1 game, right? Like that's it. That's the U.S.'s chance. And like, I don't know. I just think it's funny. I've I wanted to get something off my chest, but like I just think it's funny that we spent so long bemoaning those days, and I'm like, bro, it was right. Like that has to be the USS. The U.S. identity has to be SEC defense. Like it has to be. It has to be, bro. Like I get everyone wanted to score goals, and like scoring 4 against Paraguay was fun and all, but like you gave up a goal, bro. Have shutouts, win shutouts, and I don't know, man. We'll see whatever. See you in 4 years, I guess. I don't know. It's like it seems like such a waste, and it's like why? It's like oh, did we learn anything? I don't know. I don't really care. Like Ream's not coming back. God knows Freeze should never be in goal again. I'm done with Pulisic. Bye, brother. You blew it. You did nothing. Glad you were on the magazine covers and stuff. Balogun's good. Tillman's good. I don't need to see any of the others again. Like, I don't need to see the coach again either if he's not gonna coach defense. Like all I'm saying, look, redemption for the last 20 years of U.S. soccer. It was not that bad to focus on. It's got to start with defense. I would love for it to expand out of that. I would love that. But you can't just take it for granted and then have a bad defense, bro. Recipe for disaster. What would you call last night? A disaster. All right. That took up more time than I thought. This is an Auburn podcast. Let's go back. Auburn Women's Sense this morning signed Yara Bartashevich. She is, or Bartashevic, I'm not sure yet. She's a French player, and she's a top, if you're not watching on video, she's a top 500 player, currently 517 in the WTA singles. She has gone into the career high ranking of 453. She's gone into the top 500 before. She has a UTR. This was the Parsa bomb when she signed, before it was announced. UTR of 10.87. That's good. Like if you're in high 10, from my understanding, if you're in the high 10s in UTR in college, you're a really good player. So this is a big signing. This is a really big signing. I think this is a court 1-2-3 player that they signed. Something to be excited about. I mean, another pickup, and this will fill Auburn up at 11 on its roster. Which again, it's like we were talking about with when DJ as a coach, she can jump in and kind of be 12 when they need to even up, right? So they'll be full with 11. But yeah, she looking at her recent history, it looks like she's 21 years old. She's from France. She was born in Moscow, but is French. Plays for the French national team. It just looking at her recent history, it looks like she was playing W35s, and she gave a run in the last year or so at a bunch of W75s, and just wasn't finding success. She was winning at W15s. Here's a W15 she was winning well at, but just wasn't finding that headway in the W50s, W75s. So what can you do? You go to college, right? You go to college, and they take care of you, and this is why these international kids come here. Funny how that works, right? Soccer are really good kids that go over there, and for tennis, if you haven't made it by 18, you come over here, get everything paid for because you're on scholarship, and instead of just being out there on your own, right? You get courts, coaches, trainers, nutrition program, boarding, all of it's just paid for from the time you're 18 to 22, basically. So anyway, big pickup, big international pickup for Auburn women's tennis. Also, let's read some quotes from Ken, and then I guess I'll get out of here because I spent more time rambling about soccer than I wanted to. But hey, listen, it's the flavor of the day. Ken Harnden, named Auburn track and field coach. AuburnTorch.com. Visit AuburnTorch.com. This was, as soon as Leroy jumped, we circled at Auburn Torch. We circled Ken Harnden as a guy to watch. That he was right there in the 3 things to know that published right after Leroy left. It's all explained there. He's worked very closely with Auburn's most successful athletes in the last several years. So anyway, we have quotes. We have words. This is from Ken. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity to lead the Auburn track and field program and want to thank Athletic Director John Cohen, President Roberts, and the Auburn administration for their trust and support. Yep. He went on, I've always believed in surrounding yourself with great people who are committed to hard work, I'm butchering this, the selfless pursuit of dreams and competing to win. If you trust the person next to you, trust your training, be part of something bigger than you, and do the hard things, it will resonate for the rest of your life. War Eagle. That trust is a big thing, and that's on AuburnTorch.com if you care to read it. Trust in Ken we trust. Like, that's a big thing is his athletes trust his process. They trust what he instructs them to do. He trusts and in return, he trusts them. He brings them in. He trusts them. He believes in the ability that he sees in them, and doesn't give up on it. Trust is a big thing, and this story here would explain that for you. John Cohen didn't say much. He just said, Coach Harnden has earned the opportunity to lead Auburn's track and field program by developing elite student athletes and delivering exceptional results throughout his career, especially the past 4 seasons on the Plains. Under Coach Harden's leadership, Auburn track and field is positioned to continue to excel on the national stage. And yeah, that's a big part of this too. Is it's not going to be a rebuild necessarily. Ken can just keep these things rolling, and he's a top. He's a top. What people. When Leroy left, I know there was a lot of consternation. I don't know if I'm using that word right. But Ken is really qualified, and he was already qualified. And that was the only thing about, when Leroy left, I'm like, okay, well, listen, as long as they keep Ken, this will be fine. But Ken was also 3 consecutive years, male running assistant coach of the year, right? Constantly, right? So that was my fear, or, my thought for Auburn was like, okay, don't let him go. Don't let anyone else come get him, because he's got to be seen, and thought highly of by everybody. And, he had been at Tennessee before. He's been to Georgia before. He's been to Florida State before. They know him. They like him. Don't let him get away too. That would have been the disaster, right? As Leroy goes and Harnden goes, then you're starting all over. So to lock him up, get him what he needed, and keep him as head coach, that's a successful search. Didn't have to search very far, but that's a successful search for Auburn. So in Ken we trust. That's what they say. And now the whole there's Jacoby. It'll be the whole team saying it, instead of just the guys he was working most closely with. And honestly, this guy is loved with this team. He's very well thought of among the athletes. Very much a player's coach. And so landed the plane. Well done. Finished the job. Seems like I put on Twitter, right? Seems like a layup. Obvious choice, but layups go down as 2 points. So count the basket. Good hire for Auburn. So, all right, let me get out of here. This has been too long already. Sorry about the ramble about U.S. soccer. We'll see you again in 4 years on that front. But I'll tell you what, we won't see in 4 years. Auburn women's soccer starting in less than a month, we've got exhibitions. So stay tuned to auburntorch.com, and we will be all over it. So more to come. I wish we had that real proud exit for the U.S. team that we could try to build some momentum on, going as far as like localize it, local soccer, like let's get excited. But hey, that's sports. It didn't go that way last night. So Auburn soccer coming up in less than a month. So all right, Torch Talk will be back. I'm not sure when, but there will be more. Come to auburntorch.com. So stay tuned. And until next time, take care.